Welcome to this week's Movie Math, where it turns out Gone Girl and Annabelle are evenly matched. Yes, in what's become a photo finish weekend, the two pictures ran neck and neck in more ways than one. Both debuted with around 38 million, industry analysts giving Gone Girl the win by a nose. But that could change late Monday when the actual numbers come in. Both overperformed, taking in over 10 million more apiece than expected. And both earned B cinema scores, which normally might indicate a heavy drop next weekend, yet thankfully both films don't have any real competition slated to open. So let's start with the official winner, Gone Girl. And even if it does end up in second place, this is still a huge win for David Fincher, Ben Affleck, and Fox. For Fincher, it's the biggest debut of his career, topping Panic Room's opening back in 2002. For Affleck, it proves his Argo heat is real, much needed evidence after he faltered post-Oscar with both To the Wonder and Runner Runner. This debut has got to put a smile on Warner Brothers' face as well, indicating that in the right vehicle, Affleck just might finally be a box office draw. And boy, do they have a vehicle for him. As for Fox, this is yet another win in what's become an amazing year for the studio. They've now got two successful franchises with Apes and their relaunched X-Men, a fantastic presence in the young adult market with The Fault in Our Stars and The Maze Runner, very solid comedies, The Other Woman and Let's Be Cops, plus the two biggest animated movies of the year to date, How to Train Your Dragon 2 and Rio 2. And now they have a strong adult thriller with Gone Girl. On the awards front, though, things look a little less solid. The Grand Budapest Hotel, Birdman, Wild, and Gone Girl are all definitely a part of the awards conversation, but don't have the same heat as films like Foxcatcher, The Imitation Game, The Theory of Everything, and even Mr. Turner. But as it is with its long-term box office prospects, we'll just have to wait and see what happens over the next few weeks. Fincher, Affleck, and Fox can pass that time counting all their money. The key to box office success will be expanding the film's appeal, most likely by word of mouth. Opening weekend, the audience for Gone Girl mirrored the audience for Gillian Flynn's novel, 60% female and 75% over the age of 25. It was also reported that in terms of race, Gone Girl played well across the board. Could Tyler Perry's team use that to help land him another high-profile gig? On the flip side, we've got Annabelle, which was a direct win for Warner Brothers. The horror pick scared up almost double what they expected and had an abnormally strong hold from Friday to Saturday. Most horror films are front-loaded. And you know, maybe Annabelle is a doll people would buy, as she appealed to everyone. The audience was pretty much split down the middle in terms of age and gender. That resulted in the biggest horror debut of the year and the third horror film from James Wan to open with around 40 million. This also marks the third horror franchise put in motion by Wan, from Saw to Insidious and now The Conjuring. And while he's dropped out of the horror genre as a director for now, he's still a producer on Annabelle and the upcoming Insidious Chapter 3. He won't be involved with The Conjuring 2 though, making that a test case to see what's the draw here, the Warrens or Wan. As for this weekend's other new releases, Left Behind debuted in 6th place with around 6.8 million. That's on par with similarly faith-based films God's Not Dead and When the Game Stands Tall, but far from the debut of Heaven is for Real, the only other flick in the group to boast some star power. If being beaten out by Greg Kinnear when it comes to star power doesn't force Nicolas Cage to take a long hard look in the mirror, what will? But you can be sure that the rest of Hollywood will think long and hard before signing him on for any more films. And while sure, this reboot made far more money than the original Kirk Cameron version, it also cost far more to make. Then with The Good Lie, it opened in limited release, but failed to impress with a per-theater average that was definitely on the low side. Reese Witherspoon is another fading movie star desperately in need of a hit after This Means War, Water for Elephants, and How Do You Know? As for the rest of the box office, The Equalizer fell hard, dropping about 45% in its second weekend. If it keeps losing momentum at this rate, maybe its $55 million budget wasn't such a steal after all. But the box rolls don't have to fear extermination anymore, as they not only enjoyed an incredibly small drop in their second weekend, but Focus Features just signed a deal with Leica to distribute 3 more stop-motion adventures. Meanwhile, The Maze Runner appears to be a distance runner, as in 3 weeks it's not only continuing to hold strong, but is nearing 200 million worldwide. And over in the specialty market, Men, Women, and Children boasted an impressive per-theater average, indicating that Jason Reitman's name still holds weight in the independent circuit even after Young Adult and Labor Day. Then Bollywood's Bang Bang, a remake of Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz's Night and Day, made a play for the top 10 with a limited release, but fell short. However, Bollywood is still interested in cracking the U.S. market, so expect to see more of their films in competition here in the near future. As for this coming weekend, it's Robert Downey Jr. and Steve Carell in another close race for third place. Yes, especially with these predictions, expect Gone Girl and Annabelle to hold on to the first and second spots. Meanwhile, Dracula Untold will have a hard time fending off Zane, despite playing in 2,000 more theaters. Uh-oh, not a great start for Universal's Monster Cinematic Universe. And that's the weekend box office. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope we'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.